Big Stevie Cool back with some more Rangers transfer news as we are in the morning here, the 14th of August. Tomorrow is the big game against Servette. Match preview up a wee bit later, but we're linked with Vyner. Zachary George Onyego Vyner. He was born on the 14th of May 1997, age 26, 6'2", 1.87 metre defender. And is this the left sided centre back that we could be hunting for? Well, we'll have to find out his shoe size. Well, not really his shoe size, but you understand where I'm coming from. What sides he play on, brother. But we're interested, and apparently we're one of three clubs interested in Bristol City defender Zach Vyner, and that's according to Bristol Live. So you know what? He's in the final 12 months of his contract, so for me, I think we'd be able to get him on a relatively short cheap deal, I'd say. And he's already had previous experience in the Scottish Premiership, but we'll get to that a wee bit later on. But Nigel Pearson's come out and said there's been no further development in contract talks with Zach Vyner as the Bristol City defender continues to improve amid transfer interest from the Premier League and in Scotland. Vyner was excellent again as City's 1-0 win at Millwall has formed a strong understanding at the heart of the defence alongside new signing Rob Dickey, bringing a new assurance, composed confidence and security to the team. But the 26-year-old is in the final 12 months of his contract and things could be going pear-shaped there because he could be getting moved on, so to speak. And the guy looks good, and we'll look at his stats. So of course, you know, he's almost getting into the prime of his career, like late 20s. He's getting there. He kicked off in the Championship, but for the first couple of seasons didn't really play a lot of games, if we're being honest, for Bristol City. You know, 4-3-1, blah, blah, blah. But back down to the leagues that matter. As we loan moves, he spent a season in League 2, 16 appearances. He then spent a season in League 1, 17 appearances. He then spent a season on loan in the Championship at Rotherham United, gathering a whopping 31 appearances. And that team that he spent a bit of time on loan at was Aberdeen in the Scottish Premiership in the 2019-20 season. But of course, that season got cut short due to COVID, so I'm not really going to... You know, for me, that season, right, I actually, to this day, you know, I'm willing to accept, right, that 99 out of 100 Celtic were going to win that league. And to me, it's not even about us against Celtic, right? It's about Hearts getting relegated. It is a fucking disgrace that that season did not get finished. Every other league in the world that seemed to have finished, man. I think it's honestly disgraceful that that season did not finish. I think it is. I don't want to just spend this entire video ranting about it, but I remember making vids on it, like, what was it, three and a bit years ago. What was the logic? Why couldn't... I don't understand why we couldn't. There was like 5 games or 6 games or something like that to go, and we seriously couldn't finish the season, man. Disgraceful. But when he returned for Aberdeen on loan, he played 43 games in the Championship 2020-21 season. Then he did 22 games in the 2021-22 season. And last season he played an outstanding 39 games, 45 games in all competitions. You know, he is a centre back, right, guys? So I'm not going to look too much at his goal contribution, but obviously a centre back that gets goals is like, that guy can hit a shot. That guy can hit a bloody header in for a corner. But to wrap talking about this guy up, we need a centre back. You look at our centre back options, and we've got, I think we've got good options, honestly. I think Goldson, Suter, but Alligan and King. It's for 4 options. I think that is pretty good. But the problem, it's just keeping them fit. You know, King, he didn't have the best of seasons last year, and it's just as much as I would say, I would much rather keep King than Davies for obvious reasons. There's a lot of room for improvement. King, he's still only 19, which is still insane. But with Balogun, he's getting to that age where he could go off a cliff, even though I don't think he will. I think he's really good. Suter, we know what Suter's injury problems are like. And Goldson, who didn't seem to get injured, all of a sudden now picking up these wee niggling injuries. As good as those 4 are, and I think you don't really need to add to them, it's the injuries I think you need to worry about with those 4. And for me, get this guy in. But I would still rather like a Panzo or something like that, but only time will tell, guys. But that's where this video is going to leave you. Be back later with some more epic transfer content, guys, transfer news, and also a match preview with the big game coming up against Servette tomorrow. So, Stay tuned for that. Make sure you go vote on the Martin Boyle poll. We might make up probably top of that in another transfer fed later on the day. But until next time, peace.